I still remember the exact moment it hit me. My balance wasn't what it used to be. I was simply walking through my kitchen. No clutter, no distractions, just a regular, peaceful day. Then, out of nowhere, I stumbled. Thankfully, I caught myself. But something deep inside me shifted in that moment. A quiet voice in the back of my mind whispered, "What if you hadn't caught yourself? What if you had actually fallen?" That single moment stuck with me, because losing your balance isn't just about tripping or being clumsy. It's about something much more serious. It's about confidence. It's about independence. And above all, it's about safety. If you're a woman over 60 or like me, over 70, there's something you need to know. Medical experts now say that 99% of older women will experience balance issues at some point. That number stopped me in my tracks. 99 out of 100. Almost everyone. But here's the part that gave me real hope. Most balance problems aren't just because we're aging. They're caused by things we can actually change. Simple, everyday habits and overlooked mistakes that quietly chip away at our stability, our confidence, and even our freedom. In this video, I'll walk you through 8 common mistakes that may be stealing your balance. And chances are, you're doing more than one of them without realizing it. I've made many of these mistakes myself. And mistake number 6. That one sent me straight to the floor and taught me a lesson I'll never forget. You're not alone in this. And you're certainly not powerless. There are easy, practical steps we can take, starting today, to feel stronger, steadier, and more secure on our feet. Let's do this together. Mistake number 1. Wearing the wrong shoes. When most people think about balance, they think about exercises, medications, or maybe even their age. But one of the most overlooked reasons women lose stability as they get older, it starts right at the bottom. With our shoes, I'll be honest. For years, I wore little ballet flats. They were cute, simple, and so easy to slip on. I thought they were comfortable, until the day one of them caught the edge of an uneven sidewalk near my house. I nearly went flying into a rose bush. That wasn't just a close call. It was a wake-up call. As we age, the shape and structure of our feet change. Our arches flatten. The natural padding on the bottom of our feet thins out, and the muscles that support our ankles and legs don't respond quite as quickly. That means the shoes that worked for us 10 or 15 years ago may now be putting us at serious risk. A good shoe is more than a fashion choice. It's your foundation. And if that foundation is weak, then everything above it becomes unstable too. So what should we look for in the right shoes? A firm, non-slip sole. Smooth, worn-out bottoms are a major fall hazard. Structure and support. Your shoes should cradle your foot, not flop around. A secure heel and arch support matter more than ever. Cushioning. Especially if you walk on hard surfaces like tile or concrete, look for memory foam soles or a well-padded heel. Proper fit. A shoe that's too loose or too tight can cause missteps, blisters, or worse. And for those thinking, "But I don't want to wear orthopedic shoes. They're so ugly," I hear you. Thankfully, shoe companies have caught on. You can now find beautiful, stylish shoes with all the support you need. I found a lovely soft gray pair with floral accents, supportive and pretty. Also, let's not forget about slippers. I used to live in those soft, fuzzy ones with no grip on the bottom. They were cozy, sure, but dangerously slick. One day, I almost slipped carrying laundry. That's when I swapped them for a pair with proper soles, lightweight but sturdy. And suddenly my whole home felt safer. Shoes may seem like a small detail, but once we hit our 60s, they're not small anymore. They're about safety. They're about confidence. And sometimes they're the difference between a regular day and a trip to the emergency room. Mistake number 2, skipping strength training. Now, this one surprised me, and maybe it will surprise you too. For most of my life, I thought strength training was for athletes, bodybuilders, or those super fit people at the gym with headphones and tank tops. Definitely not for someone like me. I figured I was staying active enough with walking, gardening, cleaning around the house. But here's the truth. Once we pass age 50, we start losing muscle every single year. Not just a little, a lot. And it sneaks up on you. You don't notice it until one day you go to stand up from a low chair and realize you need both arms to push yourself up. That's not just getting older. That's muscle loss. The good news? It's reversible. You can rebuild it. I started with just a pair of light dumbbells from the local store. I kept them by the couch and did simple moves while watching TV. Arm curls, wall push-ups, seated leg lifts. Some days I didn't even use weights, just my own body. I wasn't trying to look like a fitness model. I just wanted my strength back. And you know what? Within weeks, I could get off the couch easier. My legs felt stronger on the stairs. Carrying groceries got lighter. Even walking uphill became less of a chore. But the biggest change was this. I could catch myself again. That reflex, the one where you trip but stay upright, comes from muscle. Without it, the body just collapses. But with it, you fight back, stabilize, and stay on your feet. And here's something powerful. Physical strength builds emotional strength. When you feel stronger, you walk differently. You live differently. You stop avoiding stairs and rough paths. You stop being afraid. Just 10 to 15 minutes of gentle strength works. 3 times a week. No gym. No pressure. You can do it at home, in pajamas, during your favorite show. Every small step makes a difference. Because strength doesn't just protect you from falls. It protects you from fear. Mistake number 3. Ignoring vision changes. Here's a connection many of us overlook. Vision and balance. But the truth is, they're closely linked. More than I ever realized. I used to think I was just a little clumsy in low light. Maybe our house lighting was too soft. But one night, I got up to use the bathroom and didn't want to wake my husband. So I didn't turn on the light. As I tiptoed through the hallway, I missed the edge of a small rug. And I went down hard. My knee ached for over a week. That fall taught me something critical. Your eyes help your brain know where your body is in space. It's not just about reading or seeing who's at the door. It's about judging depth, distance, contrast, and movement. If your eyesight is off, even just a little, it can throw off your entire sense of balance. A lot of women over 60 wear glasses with old prescriptions. I know I did. For 4 years. I thought, they're good enough. But after my fall, I finally went to the eye doctor. Sure enough, my prescription had changed, and I learned about special lenses with anti-glare coating and contrast-enhancing features, perfect for low-light areas. I also made a small but powerful change at home. I added plug-in night lights to the hallway, bedroom, and bathroom. They cost just a few dollars, but they've made such a difference. Now I can move confidently, even in the dark. If your glasses are scratched, outdated, or not quite right, you could be putting yourself at risk every day. And if your home is filled with dark corners or uneven lighting, your eyes are working overtime, leading to disorientation, dizziness, or even vertigo. Don't ignore your eyes. Clear vision can be the difference between a stumble and a steady step. I remember the exact moment I realized my balance wasn't what it used to be. I was just walking through my kitchen. No clutter, no distractions, just an ordinary day. And suddenly I stumbled. Nothing major. I caught myself, thank goodness. But in that quiet second, something inside me shifted. A little voice asked, what if I hadn't caught myself? What if I had fallen? That moment stuck with me. Because losing your balance isn't just about being clumsy. It's about something much deeper. It's about your confidence, your independence, your safety. If you're a woman over 60 or over 70 like me, there's something important you need to know. Doctors now say that 99% of older women will experience balance issues at some point. That number shocked me, 99 out of 100. But here's the part that gives me hope. Most of those issues aren't just because we're getting older. They're caused by things we can change, things we can fix. In this video, I'll walk you through 8 common mistakes that quietly steal your balance, your confidence, and sometimes even your freedom, without you realizing it. And most of them are things you do every single day. I hope you'll stay with me all the way through, because mistake number 60 is the one that sent me straight to the floor, and it taught me a lesson I'll never forget. Let's take back our strength, one step at a time. Mistake number 1, wearing the wrong shoes. When most people think about balance, they think of exercises or maybe medications. But one of the biggest reasons older women lose stability starts at the bottom, with our shoes. I used to wear ballet flats, cute, easy, slip-on shoes. I felt fine in them. Until one day, I caught the edge on a sidewalk crack and nearly went face first into a rose bush. That was my wake-up call. As we age, our feet change, arches flatten, the padding thins out, the muscles in our ankles don't respond as quickly. So shoes that felt fine 10 years ago might now be quietly putting us at risk. A good shoe today must have 4 things: a firm, non-slip sole, no smooth, worn-out bottoms, structure and support. Your ankle and arch should feel held, not floppy. Cushioning, especially if you walk on hard floors, and a proper fit. Too loose or too tight, and your risk of tripping goes up. And yes, you can still find stylish shoes that meet those needs. I found a soft gray pair with floral accents, supportive and pretty. At home, I used to live in slippery slippers until I almost fell while carrying laundry. Now, I wear indoor shoes with grip and stability. Not heavy boots, just a better foundation. Because shoes aren't just fashion when you're over 60. They're safety. They're confidence. Sometimes they're the difference between a normal afternoon and an emergency room visit. Mistake number 2, skipping strength training. I used to think strength training was for young people. Gyms, heavy weights, loud music, tight workout clothes. Not for me. I thought walking, gardening, and cleaning were enough. But they weren't. After age 50, we lose muscle every single year. And not a little, a lot. Gradually. So you don't notice it until you suddenly can't get up from a chair without pushing with both hands. That's not just aging. That's muscle loss. And the good news? It's reversible. I started simple. A pair of light dumbbells from the local store, a few minutes while watching TV, arm curls, wall push-ups, seated leg lifts. Some days, I used no weights at all. The results came quickly. I stood up from chairs more easily. I walked uphill with less effort. I carried groceries with more confidence. And the most important part, my body could react again. When you trip, it's your muscles, especially your legs and core, that catch you. Strength isn't just physical, it's mental. When you feel strong, You move through the world with confidence instead of fear. You don't need a gym. Just 10 to 15 minutes, 3 times a week, at home in your pajamas, while watching your favorite show. No pressure, just progress. Mistake number 3. Ignoring vision changes. You might not think your eyes affect your balance, but they do, more than we realize. I used to think I was just clumsy in the dark. One night, I didn't turn on the hallway light. I didn't want to wake my husband. I missed the edge of a rug and landed hard on my knee. Limped for over a week. That fall taught me that vision is more than reading or watching TV. It's about spatial awareness, judging steps, spotting shadows, detecting contrast. As we age, our vision subtly changes. Depth perception shifts. Even a slight misjudgment can lead to a dangerous fall. The problem? Many of us wear outdated glasses for years. I did, so 4 years without an update. And once I finally got my eyes checked, the new lenses made a huge difference. Here's what helped. Updated prescription anti-glare coating, nighttime contrast lenses, and brighter, warmer lights. At home, I even added small plug-in night lights in the hallway and bathroom. Simple and cheap, but they made a big impact on my nighttime confidence. If your glasses are scratched, outdated, or your lighting is dim, your risk goes up every day. Don't wait for a fall. See clearly. Move safely. Mistake number 4. Overlooking medication side effects. A few years ago, I started a new medication for blood pressure. I expected it to help. Instead, I started feeling lightheaded and off balance. At first, I blamed it on being tired, or maybe dehydration. But then one night I stood up too fast. The room spun, and I stumbled into the coffee table. That's when I finally read the fine print on the label. May cause dizziness. As we age, our bodies process medications differently. A dose that worked fine at 50 might be too much at 70. And when you're taking multiple prescriptions, even over-the-counter vitamins or supplements, interactions can sneak up on you. Don't dismiss the signs. Keep a simple journal. Dizzy spells, fatigue balance problems. Bring it to your doctor or pharmacist. Speak up. Ask questions. Be your own advocate. When I did, my doctor adjusted my dose, and the dizziness disappeared. My balance came back. My peace of mind returned. Never settle for it's just aging. Sometimes it's the meds, and sometimes the fix is simpler than you think. Mistake number 5. Grabbing furniture instead of using a cane. I used to say, I don't need a cane. I'm independent. But the truth? I was grabbing chairs, counters, even walls, as I walked through the house. That's called furniture walking, and it's a red flag. One day, I was carrying a full laundry basket. My hands were full. No furniture to grab. I stepped on the hardwood, shifted slightly, and nearly fell. That scared me more than I'd like to admit. Later that week, I bought a cane. A lovely lightweight one with a floral design. And guess what? I didn't feel old. I felt supported. Instead of grabbing furniture never meant to hold body weight, I had something made to help me move safely. Since then, I've walked taller, steadier, and more confidently. People compliment my cane all the time. Using a cane isn't weakness. It's wisdom. It's prevention. It's peace of mind. Mistake number 6. Avoiding balance exercises. I didn't even know balance exercises were a thing until I joined a wellness class at the community center. I thought it would be gentle stretching, but when they asked me to stand on one foot, I wobbled. A lot. That was my second wake-up call. Balance doesn't just stick with you. You have to train it, like a muscle. Over time, ankles stiffen, core muscles weaken. The brain forgets how to react to sudden shifts. But the beautiful part? Balance can be trained, even in your 70s, 80s, and beyond. I started small, standing on one foot while brushing my teeth, walking heel to toe across the hallway, shifting my weight side to side, while holding the back of a chair just a few minutes a day. No fancy gear, no pressure. And one day, I caught myself dancing in the kitchen again. That's what balance brings back. Not just safety, but joy. Stay tuned for the next video, where we cover mistakes number 7 and number 8, and how small daily choices can dramatically improve your stability, energy, and confidence. If this video helped you, please share it with a friend, leave a comment, or hit that like button. We're in this together, and together, we're stronger. You've got this. If you don't know where to start, there are free resources everywhere. YouTube videos, senior fitness classes, balance guides. Even some insurance plans now offer online wellness programs. Don't wait until after a fall to take your balance seriously. Think of it like brushing your teeth. Simple, daily, and life-changing over time. Just 5 to 10 minutes, a few times a week, can protect your future more than you realize. Mistake number 7. Not drinking enough water. On screen, a glass of water being poured. Older woman looking thoughtful. Out of everything I've learned about aging, this might be the most surprising and the most overlooked. Not drinking enough water can affect your balance. Yes, really. Even mild dehydration, the kind that creeps up slowly throughout the day, can cause dizziness, confusion, fatigue, and that lightheaded feeling when you stand up too quickly. And that puts you at real risk for falling. Here's the tricky part. As we get older, our sense of thirst changes. Our bodies don't always send the same strong signals they used to. So even if you don't feel thirsty, you might still be running low on fluids. I used to think I was doing fine. Tea in the morning, coffee in the afternoon, maybe a glass of water at dinner. But when I did the math, I realized I was getting less than 4 cups of actual water a day. That's just not enough, especially in your 70s. Then came the headaches, the mid-afternoon fatigue, that moment when I stood up too fast and had to grab the wall because everything tilted. I assumed it was just normal aging. But when my doctors asked how much water I was drinking, I didn't have a good answer. That day, I started tracking it. Just a little notepad by the fridge, every glass marked down. I aimed for 6 to 8 cups of real water daily, not counting tea, coffee, or soda. The difference? Remarkable. More energy, better sleep, less joint pain. And most importantly, I felt steadier on my feet. So here's my suggestion. Keep water visible. On your nightstand, next to your favorite chair, in your handbag when you go out. Sometimes all it takes is a pretty water bottle and a splash of lemon or cucumber to make it more inviting. If plain water isn't your thing, try herbal teas or broth-based soups. Just watch the salt and sugar. Hydration may sound simple, but for women our age, it's vital. It supports every system in your body, including the one that keeps you upright. Mistake number 8. Living in a fall-unfriendly home. The last mistake I want to talk about is one that's so common, we hardly notice it until it's too late. I call it living in a fall-unfriendly home. We know our homes by heart, but our bodies change. And what used to be easy can suddenly become dangerous. For me, the wake-up call came one morning while carrying a laundry basket. My arms were full, and as I stepped into the hallway, my foot caught the corner of a rug. I didn't fall, but I twisted my ankle and had to sit down right there on the floor. That ankle kept me from my morning walks for nearly 2 weeks. all because of a rug I had stepped over 1,000 times. After that, I took a fresh look at my home, not just with my eyes, but with safety in mind. And what I found surprised me. In the bathroom, no grab bars, just slick tile and a bath mat that slid. In the hallway, a single dim light bulb. In the kitchen, pots and pans on low shelves that forced me to bend and twist. These things felt normal for years, but they'd become quiet risks. So I made a few simple changes. Removed loose rugs, installed grab bars by the toilet, and in the shower, swapped out dim bulbs for warm LED lights, added a motion sensor nightlight in the hallway, moved everyday items to waist height. None of this cost a fortune, but what it gave me was priceless: peace of mind. There's no shame in adapting your home to support your needs. You're not babying yourself. You're protecting your independence. And if a grandchild or friend comes to visit, they benefit too. Quick home safety checklist. On-screen graphic. Remove rugs that slide or curl. Tape down on cords or tuck them behind furniture. Install grab bars in bathrooms, especially by the toilet and shower. Add night lights to hallways, bedrooms, and bathrooms. Keep frequently used items at waist level. Use a shower chair if you tire easily when bathing. Make sure stairs have sturdy railings, ideally on both sides. These aren't drastic changes, but they transform your home into a safer, more supportive space. And that means more freedom, more confidence, and fewer worries about what if. Because here's the truth. Most falls happen at home, but most falls can also be prevented, not with fear, but with preparation. Take a little time to look around your home with new eyes. Ask yourself, if I were visiting this home for the first time, what would make me feel safer? Then take action, bit by bit, day by day. You deserve to live in a space that takes care of you, just like you've spent a lifetime taking care of others. So there you have it, 8 common mistakes that slowly, quietly chip away at your balance, confidence, and independence. Some of them seem so small, like skipping a glass of water or trusting old shoes. Others, like ignoring vision changes or brushing off medication side effects, feel like things we'll deal with later. But together, these habits add up, and over time, they can turn into real risks. Here's the beautiful truth. You don't have to accept this as just part of getting older. You have more power than you think, more control than you've been told. And you're not alone in this. You're still capable of strength, still worthy of stability, still deserving of a life that feels grounded and safe. If you've ever hesitated on the stairs, skipped an outing because of your balance, or quietly thought, what if I fall and no one's there? Then this message is for you. You're not weak for being careful. You're wise for preparing. You're brave for facing these changes instead of hiding from them. Taking care of your balance doesn't mean giving in. It means standing tall, literally and emotionally. It means walking forward again, not with fear, but with freedom. So let me ask you something simple. Which of these 8 mistakes surprised you the most? Or maybe this one. What's one change you're going to make, starting today? Leave your answer in the comments below. I read every single one. Your story might just inspire someone else to get stronger too. If this video helped you, take a second to like it. And if you want more practical advice, heartfelt stories, and guidance for aging smarter, subscribe to Wise Elders Insight. Take care of yourself, my friend. Your body has carried you through so much. Your future self is counting on you to keep going, steady, strong, and full of life.